It's Dan. Welcome to another Premier League video. But to start off this Premier League video, we have started off with some sad news from the game. We lost last Saturday. Sir Bobby Charlton, one of the best players ever to grace the English game. 712 appearances between Manchester United and England, and in that time 148 goals between England and Man United. He'll be sorely missed. Also, we lost the Everton chairman, Bill Kenwright, over on I think that was Tuesday. We lost Bill Kenwright as well. But now I'm going to play you about a minute video of Sir Bobby Charlton. Some of his good goals. Rest in peace, Tim. That's the Bobby stuff now. So Bobby, rest in peace, my man. Rest in peace to you and your family. All our condolences go out to you, Sir Bobby. And yeah, rest in peace again, Bobby. And that is the stuff out of the way. Now we get into the Premier League prediction video. Yes, boys, welcome to the Premier League predictions for game week number 10. We are in for double figures for the Premier League season already, boys. And we start off on Friday night with Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspur. And Palace against Spurs. I mean, Spurs, they're a decent team to play against. At the moment, Spurs are top of the table after beating Fulham by 2-0 on Monday. And I'm gonna say Spurs will win it again by 2-1. And we have another guest this week. It is a Manchester United fan. It is not Jack. It's someone called Norm. Welcome in, Norm, to the channel now. He'll give us his predictions for the first game of the game week.
Welcome to my predictions for game week 10. Before starting the predictions, I want to just say one thing. Rest in peace, Sir Bobby Charlton. He is one of Manchester United's greatest players and the club's greatest ambassador. He managed to live on to 86 years. And also rest in peace to Everton chairman Bill Kenwright, who died aged 78 years old. Condolences goes out to both their families and all their loved ones. The first game I'm going to talk about is on Friday night at 8 PM between Crystal Palace and Spurs. I can see this being an easy match for Spurs. They are up against a Crystal Palace team who just come off a 4-0 defeat against Newcastle. They have scored Palace have scored the least amount of goals in the league, except the bottom three. They always have little trouble scoring goals, but it's gotten worse without Eze and Olise due to both of them being out with injuries. As I said, Tottenham will have it easy and win 2-0 with Son continuing his form and Kulusevski scoring.
We move into the second game, which is Chelsea versus Brentford. Now, Brentford have not had the best of starts in a Premier League this season. They're still finding their feet at Brentford after losing a lot of players and not having the too much Brentford for 5 years. Chelsea managed to throw away a 2-2 lead against Arsenal in the week on Sunday. I'm gonna say Chelsea to win by 1-0. And our guest, what's he saying in this game?
Moving on to Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea faced Brighton in the early 12:30 kickoff. Chelsea come to this game from that Arsenal match, where they actually played really well, but in the end they lost it a little bit, made some mistakes, and in the end it cost them 2 points. I see this being a very good test for Chelsea. It will be a hard test, but they will pass it. Especially it will be hard because it's against Brentford. I reckon it will be a 2-1 win for Chelsea, with Sterling and Cole Palmer continuing their great form.
Now we move to Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Now, Sheffield United narrowly lost to Manchester United on the last weekend, and Arsenal drew to Chelsea by 2-2. But Arsenal, they're at home. You'd expect them to win this game. Arsenal to win it by 3-0 in this game. And Norm, what do you think in this game?
Proceeding with the 3 p.m. kickoffs. There's two. The first one is at the Emirates, where Arsenal play against Sheffield. There's not much to say about this game other than I think that it will be an easy 3-0 win for Arsenal. Just come off a good win against Seville in the Champions League.
Now we move to a relegation 6-pointer already. Yes, they're becoming a thing now. We're only 10 games into episode. We're only 10 weeks into the Premier League, but still, Bournemouth versus Burnley. Yes, we're getting to that stage now where it is a relegation 6-pointers. Relegation 6-pointers now between these two teams now. Burnley, they are a very good team, to be fair. They're a very good team of Burnley now. And I'm going to say it will be Bournemouth 0, Burnley 0 in a very boring 0-0 draw. And Norm, what are you saying in this game?
The other game is Bournemouth versus Burnley. For me, it's an early relegation 6-pointer. Bournemouth, who are winless in their last 9 matches, with Burnley, who just won once in 9 matches this season. I can see this being an entertaining 1-1 draw, with Burnley dominating more of the possession.
Now we move to Wolves versus Newcastle. Now we start off with some breaking news live today. Sandro Tonali has been banned from football for 10 months from his gambling days in Italy. So they're out their summer signing, Sandro Tonali. Newcastle fans, what do you think on that situation? Comment down below as well. I mean, you should be breathing past Wolves. You should be still breathing past Wolves here. I'm going to go with you to win this game by 3-0. And Norm, what are you saying in this game?
The last game on Saturday is Wolves versus Newcastle. Newcastle, who are doing very well considering they are in the Champions League, will be tired, and I can see Wolves getting a shock 2-1 win from the man in form in the team, Pedro Neto. I see him being involved with both goals, and Wolves who have played good/decent at times will get the result here at Molineux.
Now we move to West Ham versus Everton. Now Everton, they are also fighting to survive. Well, they are also could be facing a sanction for points as well. So they're all fighting. The relegation battle is spicing up here. It is spicing up, and I'm gonna say West Ham back to win this after their European outlets. So now all these games now are being played on Sunday. I'm gonna go with West Ham 2, Everton 0, and Norm, what are you saying in this game?
Moving on to Sunday, let's start with the unusual 1 p.m. kickoff with West Ham and against Everton at London Stadium. Everton will probably be distracted by the potential 12-point deduction happening because of Everton breaking financial fair play. Everton, who have come from a not so good derby loss, will also lose this one. West Ham will continue their good start with James Ward-Prowse and Bowen scoring the goals to make it 2 now. Moving on.
Now we move to a game which could have, well, I mean, it's probably going to go one way. Aston Villa versus Luton Town. Now Luton did come back to draw against Nottingham Forest they were too good behind, but I cannot see them beating Villa because Douglas Luiz, Ollie Watkins are in the form of their lives at the moment. They did beat last weekend. They did beat West Ham 4-1. So what can they do to a Luton team? I'm gonna say we're gonna hit 5. It's gonna be Aston Villa 0. It's gonna be Aston Villa 5, Luton 0. I move to and the guest and Norm, are you agreeing with me here or not agreeing? You probably are going to agree, man.
The last 2 p.m. kickoff is Aston Villa against Luton. Villa, who have been superb since Emery has taken over, have been second in the table if you count it from when Emery was appointed. Here they will have it easy against a Luton team who on some occasions have been unlucky to not get a point or something. But in this game they will get destroyed 4-1 with Watkins and Douglas Luiz being involved with the goals.
And now we move to Burnley versus Fulham. Now Burnley, not Burnley. Sorry, Brighton versus Fulham. Now Brighton, very good team of Brighton now, and I think that Brighton will get this done very comfortably. 2-1 to Brighton. And the guest, what are you saying in this game?
Game at 2 p.m. is Brighton against Fulham. The host Brighton, who have been inconsistent this season, will click on at this match and play good. They will have 2 p.m. They will have it. It's Brighton against Fulham. Against a weak Fulham side who have been inconsistent this season. The goal from click on at this match. I reckon it will be 3-1. They will have it with Thomas scoring against a weak Fulham side. While missing the last 2 p.m. kickoff is goals from Aston Villa against Luton. Villa, who have been 3-1 with superb since Emery has taken over, have been second in the.
Now we move to Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. Now, if you remember last year, this was the other way round. That Forest managed to get the result to keep them in the Premier League. This was when Forest were fighting to stay in the Premier League. But now, Liverpool against Forest, I think Liverpool will beat this, honestly. So sorry for them. I don't think they will. Forest look good against Luton, but yeah, it's only bloody Luton. It's only flipping Luton Town, isn't it? 1 to Liverpool. And the guest, what are you saying in this game?
To the 3 games at 2 p.m. on Sunday. The first one is Liverpool against Forest, where I see a Liverpool 3-1 win, with Forest playing good but not good enough, like them having some chances, but Liverpool dominating and in the end winning. I reckon Szoboszlai will continue his good form and will be involved with the goal. In the second game,
now boys, we have saved the best game to last. As you can tell from the thumbnail, we have got the last game of the game week, which is the Manchester Derby. Now. In both these teams did win in Europe. Man only just won against FC Copenhagen, thanks to a Andre Onana penalty save. Yes, you have heard that correctly. Andre Onana did save a penalty. Yes, he saved the spot kick. But Man City, I mean, this is Man City you're talking about. This could either be a really close game, or this could be an absolute battering. I don't know what to say here. My heart is saying, my head is saying we're going to get battered. My heart is saying we're going to win. I'm going to say that we will, I'm going to go with the goal first. I'm going to go 3-2 to Man City, but I'm saying it now, but I could regret it. And Norm, for the last time, as a Man United fan, what are you saying in this game?
the last, the biggest and probably the most important fixture is the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford. United, who have come to this derby with 3 successive one goal difference wins, will hope to win and have a good performance. It will be interesting to see how Ten Hag plays. He often in big games picks, for example, Bruno or Mason Mount to play on the wings instead of Anthony, and it will also be interesting to see if he picks Maguire or Lindelof. Manchester City come to this derby with mixed form. They lost 3 in a row before the international break, but it was mainly due to Rodri being suspended after their match against Wolves. They won against Brighton, but it wasn't okay win. It wasn't something very good, but it wasn't bad. My prediction for this is a shock United 2-1 win, with United having a counter-attacking masterclass, with City having most of the shots and possession, but United being deadly on the counter, with Rashford being good in this match. That's it for my predictions. Hope you enjoyed them. Bye.
Thank you all very much for watching, boys, and I will see you lot tomorrow for a very, very, very special video on the channel. The football vlog, I'm going to say it now, the football vlogs are returning. It's not a team you expect me to go see, boys. I will explain all on Saturday. So until then, boys, peace out.